Hello everyone. We have very special DCooperation with a very nice guy. He's the creator of Dsound PRC. Hello.
Hi. Thanks for interviewing me here.
Yeah,
It's always a pleasure.
yeah, you're very welcome. And I want to know firstly, how did you find the first time about Steam blockchain when you joined?
Well, that was a long time ago. I think it was 2017. Yeah. Um, I don't know. I was browsing the web. I was trying to find um, communities and places where I could use cryptocurrency because I got to I got interested in cryptocurrency and blockchain a long time ago. So it was around 2009, right after the white paper, the Satoshi white paper was released. So I wasn't into blockchain working at that moment, because yeah, I really liked the technology, but I couldn't see it applied to the real world. The real world was so messed up. Um, I didn't see it coming, as most of us did. It's the common thing. So uh, many years after, I was still trying to find places where I could use technology. And since 2015, I got really interested in joining the community and joining the development of decentralized apps. I've been an entrepreneur all my life, so I consider myself a serial entrepreneur. I've been in so many startups and in so many projects, so that's my life. And I was really willing to get into the apps scene. So I was browsing the web, just looking for a place to start investigating, and I just saw Steam. Um, I was already a follower of Dan Larimer, but I didn't know Steam very well. I always thought that these projects would be just really financial related, like BitShares and things like that. But when I started looking at Steam, I just realized it was much more than that. It was a social network with real people, and not just talking about money or looking at blockchain as a way to get money exclusively. So I just found out it was really cool. I started using it personally, and I really uh, I was really frustrated at the first time. I remember that because my posts were worth nothing all the time. 0.00 all the time. So no, that it didn't matter what I would post about, and I had um, really strong subjects to post about, and I will tell you in a bit. But didn't matter how strong the subject was. The result was always the same.
Yeah.
And yeah, I was really feeling not too good about Steam at that time, the first month or so.
Mm-hmm.
Then I think I joined. It was July, if I remember, and August, DTube was released.
Yeah.
And it just blew my mind. Because I had the Dsound project like for ages. You know, I'm a musician, I'm a DJ, and I just feel the need of having such a tool. And there was no tool at that time that was really interesting.
Mhm.
And I saw DTube being released. I went to check it out, of course, and I found the missing piece that I needed to make my project. I was already into blockchain. I had the skills for development or like full stack developer. I've been full stack developer for many years, and I had the missing piece, which was IPFS and peer-to-peer networks. Um, so I just jumped right in a chat with I'm in Danger, the creator of DTube. I found the guy online. I think on Slack. On no, at that time I wasn't in Steam Slack. So in Steam it's Slack. So I found him. I don't know. I don't remember where. I just went and I found him.
Maybe
and I
Discord or something like that.
yeah I just I needed to talk with the guy because I needed to know the internals that he chose, and since the technology was so new, and it still is new today, but at that time it was just the beginning of IPFS. There was no documentation anywhere. It was buggy like hell.
Mhm.
And yeah, if I could find the guy and talk with him, it would be a lot easier for sure. So, and I also was interested in talking with him to know if anyone was doing something for sound already, because I am totally into collaboration. I don't like competition at all, and I don't think competition is good. I think collaboration is much better. And if there was someone doing something for sound, I would wait for it and see if it was good. And if it wasn't, then I would maybe offer my help or something like that.
And
That's the way I usually work.
I think we had already audience for music there, because I remember the open mic.
Yes.
They were always doing like the open mic contest, and they
Yeah,
were doing
there was
it.
a lot of musicians
Yeah.
in the blockchain already,
Mhm.
and so I talked with a guy. We had a really nice chat. He is really nice guy, and we became friends after all. And yeah, I just couldn't take the Dsound project off my mind. At that time, I was really um, looking for time to do it. And after the talks that I had with I'm in Danger, I really couldn't stop thinking about it. So I told my wife, look, you will stop seeing me for a month or something. Just feed me, please, and I'll do it. And and she's a really nice woman, and she did her part, which was feeding me. And sometimes from every 4 or 5 days, take me out of home to do something else so that I couldn't freak out here in the studio. And yeah, it was like that. It was 3 weeks and a half, and Dsound was released.
Wow.
So Dsound was released in September, and so you can see the flow of things, right? Joined in July, DTube was released in August. I was frustrated about technology, and then I released Dsound after 1 month. So it was really rush after I joined Steam, because the potential was so good, and the economy around Steam was so interesting that I couldn't stop it. I couldn't stop thinking about other use cases for Steam, and I had to control myself. You know, no, I don't have to do it all. Just keep on doing Dsound, which is my thing, and let others do other stuff because the potential was so big.
Yeah. I still see you delegating all your power to Dsound as well. Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
That's great. That's great.
Yeah, I think it's the way to do things. I was not a very big love of the idea of being supporter of that. Of course, it was very interesting for me. It helped the project. It helped me to have time to dedicate to Dsound. But it was not a very good business model. I think Dsound would be the same as it is today, or better, if I wouldn't have the delegation, seriously. Because it made me do a lot of things that don't matter to Dsound, which is curation, or getting to understand how bots work, because I had to use bots to vote. Just organic votes don't. It's impossible. When you have 700 posts a day, you cannot curate them by yourself, or even with a team. It's impossible.
Yeah, it's hard.
And yeah, we need to. I at that time I had 4 people full time working just to curate the content, and choosing which were the good creators and finding if they were real, which is a real pain, because you have to contact in other social networks and see, are you owning this Steam account?
Yeah.
We had a very big invasion of people from Indonesia making copycat stuff. We had a lot of other things like that, which was very difficult to control. And I ended up wasting almost 1 year of development doing side things, not the Dsound main project, you know? Yeah. So that was the result of having a delegation. If I didn't have the delegation, the business model would be completely different. And yeah, the result would be completely different.
The sad thing that some people, they don't understand how hard it is to curate, and they start to complain about DFs and communities, and they don't know how much work are done from inside or behind the scene.
Yeah, that's one of the things that I learned from this process, and I don't think that centralized curation work at all. It works. I had a label, a music label, in years, and I had people working with me to curate the content that we wanted to distribute. So A&R people and things like that. The guys that worked with me on Dsound, the same. So and I know how hard it is. And the problem with labels that musicians usually face is they don't listen to my content. I am a musician. I want to be released with a label. I send my content to them, and they don't tell me anything. And I get really frustrated, and I don't understand that there's a lot of work on their side too. It's not easy when you receive 1,000 emails a week, and some guys send you just real content to your mailbox, and you really get pissed off, and you don't even listen to the content because they just fill your mailbox all the time. And there is guys that send you a link and without any contact, and you just like the content, but you cannot contact the guy. So there is a lot of things that don't work, you know, and it's a lot of, it's like a detective work to know good content, get to know the good content, and then find the guys and be able to initiate a contract with them or something like that. So this is really difficult. And when you have blockchain in the middle and alternative ways to monetize things and so on, the appetite for that is very big. So people go just like there's no tomorrow, and it's even worse. So yeah, it's really difficult to curate. I really think that's the bottleneck around music in general, in curation of music, and to make it so that the community can curate stuff. That's the way to go. Not centralized curation. I don't believe that it's able to work at all.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, let's move to the next question. And tell me, please, what do you think about Steem blockchain, how it works?
Well, I talked to that subject already a little bit. I think the Steem blockchain is really interesting. What the Steem blockchain is a sharing economy, right? Where everybody where everybody has the incentive to participate in that community and earn with that sharing economy in the same proportion of their involvement, and that's really brilliant, I think. Yeah. But what is not that good with the Steem blockchain is the way it's a little bit centralized, the power, and that's been a problem in many DPoS blockchains, to make it so that the power is distributed enough. It was difficult in BitShares, it's difficult in Steem, and it's being difficult still in AOS, no matter what the distribution mechanism that they did, which at that time I thought it was brilliant, because making so that everybody will have the same possibilities every day to buy, you know, during 1 year. I thought it would be different, the way things got to the end of the ICO, but no. Because people just buy and start trading, and whales are built anyway. Yeah. So I am not against whales. I think whales are needed, but I think the centralization of power exclusively on the whales is not a good thing. So I think on a business perspective, and to support the blockchain and so on, investors are needed. So whales are needed, because it's really difficult to get $1 million in your project just with guys putting $1 in. So it's 1 million guys, right? And it's difficult. So there's the need for investors. But the investors, as in a company, in a regular company, the investors that buy stake, they are rewarded by the stake value, right? Yeah. They don't have a position, usually. They don't have to have a position in the board. And that's the difference that we have here. All our stakeholders have a position in the board. Yeah. And if they have a bigger vote, like the bigger chunk that they have of the economy, they will outvote everyone else, and that's really bad. So yeah. I think we need to change that, and I think we need to make it so that the initial ones, the minnows or plankton that we call in Steem, they have a say, and they start not from ground minus something, and they start at one. Only that change would make this blockchain a lot different, a lot more organic, a lot more interesting to start with.
Yeah, maybe
that's my.
Maybe they should set some rules for those whales, maybe to use their power. For example, I saw a lot of whales, a lot of dolphins. They don't use their power. It's always like 100% voting power, and they don't use it at all. And there are a lot of people struggling to get something. And when you see that stuck power that is not used, I don't know. It's really crazy. So they put some rules for that power. If you have that power, so you have to use it. You have to upvote someone with it, or at least delegate it to some project to make that project grow and improve. But just having it without upvoting, without delegating, it's really, I don't understand that.
Yeah, that's actually, it would be interesting to have investors that are here for investing. You know, they have their power, they have the stake in the economy, and they just delegate to a pool, and that pool would be curated, not in a content sense, but in a distribution sense. You know, that would be an interesting project. Because what makes a good investor is money. By chance, there are big investors in Steem that are good curators, but maybe you can count them in a hand.
Yeah.
You know? So the investor role is different from the curator role, and we have to accept that. And investors have to accept that they don't have to be good curators. They don't have to be good community builders even. They are here for investing in the project. That's it. Just they have their own return.
They should at least hire curators. They can do it, I think, if it's allowed, I don't know, to hire curators and to, I don't know, to share somehow, I don't know, the posting key or something that is trustable, that can be used to share to curators and pay them, for example, and they will curate. I think we have a lot of people are ready to curate here.
In Steem with delegations, that's really easy. They just delegate the power to someone that they find it's a good curator.
Yeah.
But the problem here is that ego is really a tricky thing. And for many people, by having invested in the blockchain, they think they have to be everything. And if they will fail if they are not everything. So, and if when you have a lot of power, you just think that, okay, I can force these guys to tell me that I am good doing whatever, because I have the power to. And that's not good. There's a lot of ego in the whales in Steem going on. And this is not very popular that I'm doing, but I don't give a shit. I just say the truth. And this is not a very good thing for the blockchain. And it's their power, it's their GAN shooting their toes. I don't care. I care about the technology, and I care about the Steem blockchain and what's happening in Steem with those cases, with those flag wars and all those really sad things. I don't know. I don't understand their vision, because if they are investors in the blockchain, they want the blockchain to be good, not to be this war zone.
Yeah. But
is their ego so important? I don't think so.
Yeah, but hopefully we still have a lot of good people and good whales and good content creators and good projects.
For sure, for sure.
And the thing also recently I watched, for example, Exile, he was talking about the Bitbots, and he said that now apps are like improving because less people are using Bitbots now and more people are using apps because it's better to use an app and to improve in it. For example, in Dsound, DTube, the Steam Hunt, and any D app, and it improves all the Steam blockchain because the D apps are building their power, and they are like paying the users for some work they do, and that's really great, and it's improving Steam blockchain. And I see the big attention now to D apps from all Steam community.
Yeah, there's a big attention for that, but just look in my case. I was doing the best curation, or one of the best curations in Steam. And I am pretty proud about it because it's damn difficult. You have issues with curation in all the dApps. And Dsound was one of the dApps that you could browse the trending page and have a lot of good time doing it. So there was no bad content in the trending page or hot pages. There was no problems like that. And the effort that I put in there didn't matter because people just don't understand that. They not even Steam and Ink, they understood that, and they just removed the delegation just because they can. So I don't know. I think even the big player, which is the owner of the biggest company in the blockchain, in Steam blockchain, they are not owners of the blockchain. Of course, this is decentralized, but they have a big chunk. Not even those guys understand the difficulty behind curating content and creating a platform for doing so. And yeah, I really think that these efforts should be, how can I say it, should be welcome in this blockchain and in this community, and should be valued. I'm not saying with this that should be me doing that, okay? Yeah. Because I don't like it. I am serious here. And honest. I don't like doing curation. It's a pain in my ass. I don't like it, you know? But there are people that like a lot. Yeah. There are a lot of projects doing curation of music. I'd be really happy to have a project doing development for curation of music in the platform. I hate doing bots. I don't like it, you know? So just find someone to do curation and delegate to them. Mm-hmm. Cool for me. Yeah. You know.
Yeah. Of course, you concentrate in improving the D app itself than caring about the curation and other stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. One of the things that I was waiting for was SMTs to make it easy for people to finance the development effort and getting some rewards about that initial investment and so on. There are no SMTs. We have.
What about Steam Engine?
We have tokens of Steam Engine, yes, but they are different. They are off-chain tokens. Well, they are kind of on-chain, but they are not a cryptocurrency. They are a token that is living on some server that has transactions on the blockchain, but if that server goes off, poof,
So
We
it's
have JSON transactions on the blockchain that we have to go by hand to know the balance. So that's not a very good thing. It's a good thing to use for apps, like for tokens to like internal tokens in apps and things like that. That's not bad, but it's not the best. It's not the same thing as SMTs. It's a completely different thing. No, technology-wise, no, maybe for the use of people, it's kind of the same, but technology is not there. This is just a token in a database kind of thing, you know, and it's better than nothing. And I really support the guys that did the Steam engine. They are brilliant. Okay, don't understand me wrong. I think they did more than Steam Inc. did with all that money that they have. Okay, so I really think that the guys did something that is valuable for the community, but the solution or the solution that they found is a side solution. You know, the SMTs would be really the thing that would be a very valuable change in this ecosystem. And I don't know what happened, but these things that just blow my mind. I don't understand why they made so much marketing around things and development. I don't know. There's a lot of people working in this blockchain, and a lot of people creating a lot of stuff. And the ones that have a lot of money don't do their part. Sorry, yeah. This is the hard truth. I have to say it.
Yeah.
Okay, so what I think it's missing in the Steem blockchain, and it would be a very important thing to move on to the future, is this separation of concerns. I think it's important to have investors with an investor role. I think it's important to have curators with a curation role and the right incentives for that, which maybe with a little bit of tweaks here and there, the curation that we have already has shown that the incentives in the Steem blockchain are very good for it. So we can make it work like this in curation. And what is not working very well, in my opinion, is this net of incentives that we have on Steem for app developers. Doesn't work. No matter what we do with it, we cannot apply a set of rules that work for curation to app development and hope it works. It doesn't go like that. And I think what we need to find a way to make app development interesting in the blockchain, because in the Steem blockchain, and it shouldn't be needed for an app developer to be a good curator or to find a way to curate, to make a good work in curation like it is today. That's one thing that is not very interesting. And as an app developer, having a delegation for me, it was nice. I don't say it was bad. I'm not saying this because I lost it. I don't really care. I would do Dsound anyway, and as I'm doing right now. And it's been like, I don't know, a lot of time after losing the delegation, and I will continue doing that because that's my passion. So don't get me wrong. I'm not. I just want to help, you know. And one of the things that we need to foster and embrace really, really well in the STEAM community is this kind of help. Collaboration between people is a very good thing. It doesn't have to be an ego-centric thing, you know? People need to collaborate all the time, and that's a good approach. And in STEAM, it seems that if you help someone, that someone will lose their, how can I say it? They will lose a bit of themselves. It shouldn't be like that, you know? Accepting collaboration is a very good thing. It doesn't mean you're bad. It doesn't mean you are not as good as the other one. You just collaborate between each other. And in this sense, your project about collaboration is a very good example. So I really think that we need to change or evolve these bits. Try to make it interesting for the app developers, because they are not all like me, crazy guys that just want to do something for the love of doing it. It should be an interesting business. And I can tell you right now, for me, it's not a very good, interesting business. I'm losing a lot of money with this. I'm doing it because I can, but it's not an interesting business. And I am trying to make it so, but at this time, although I am still helping a lot the STEAM community, and I am still helping a lot the STEAM blockchain, I make nothing about it, you know? And it shouldn't be like that. That's not very good. I will continue to do it, no problem. But I think we can do better.
Of course.
And we can make it so that people with interesting ideas and interesting concepts can join this community and can start building something and get rewarded for their work the right way, not changing them to be curators so that they can make some money. You understand?
Yeah.
So that's the if you have to take something out of what I say today in this interview, I think this is the most important thing.
Yeah.
We need to find a way to make this ecosystem, to expand this ecosystem to developers, curators, and investors.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah, a lot of hard work is not rewarded. People are doing that just for the love of the blockchain and to make it grow. They are not expecting anything even. They are just doing that.
You know that it's not about expectations, or I agree with you that there's a lot of people expecting too much, and it shouldn't be like that. But on the other hand, I really think that if you are putting your work in one thing, you deserve to be rewarded, you know? And if people put work creating stuff and they get rewarded by being curated, people that put their work in creating the other infrastructures and creating other platforms on this blockchain also deserve to have their reward for that, you know? As people that put their work in maintaining servers and maintaining this blockchain also deserve to get rewarded by that. That's why we pay witnesses. The blockchain pays witnesses. And I really think to have a nice ecosystem, we have to have the right rewards for everyone, right? Yeah. And Steam did it so well for curation and for content management. I think it's just a question of us trying to figure out the correct incentives for the other parts, for the investors part, because they don't have to be nice curators. They are investors. Just let them make money with their money. That's what investors are for, right? Let the people that curate good content do their job and get them rewarded like we do already. And app developers doing their job, getting rewards, and witnesses doing their job, getting rewards, not just because they are investors as well, and they stay up in the field, but because they are doing their job well. And this is very sad. Every time I look at witnesses ranking, I just feel bad. I don't know if anyone can look at that and feel good. I see so many. I see many people that do a very good job. That's one good thing. But I see so many people that don't do a shit, and they occupy top 20 places. Why? Just because they have money? Is this what it's all about? No, it shouldn't be. If they are good, and if they are helping the community, and if they are doing a very good job, having a lot of servers, having a lot of nodes for people to work with, then they deserve to be top 20. I don't think Dsound deserves to be 106. I am doing a nice job here, I think. Probably, I don't feel that Dsound should be top 20. I'm a app developer. I'm not an infrastructure guy, and I don't have to, you know.
I think people also, all Steamians, they should update. For example, I do that every 2 months. I update my vote to witnesses because I just check if the witness is off or is doing something or not. And I just update. I try to vote to other witnesses who are more active or more useful to the community.
Yeah. Do you know, in case of Dsound, our community witness, I left, I stopped being a witness myself personally. I delegated my witness to the community, you know, because I thought that maybe people would support more the Dsound community than myself. I would probably do that as well. So that was my thought. And since that, Dsound doesn't go up to top 100. And I'm really sad about it because I think Dsound is still one of the best decentralized applications on Steam. And I really think that it would deserve more support from the Steam community. And I don't see it happening. And this is sad. When I look at that list and I see tens of witnesses that are shut down over the Dsound community witness in the ranking, it doesn't make any sense. Those witnesses are shut down. Then they are still higher in the ranking than my witness that my community is one of the biggest in Steam. Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, maybe they are promoting that because there are a lot of people who are rewarding others to vote on them. They are promoting that. Are you promoting your witness?
I talk about it on every post that I do and all that, but I don't do much promotion. But I think that my application speaks for itself, you know. And this is a community witness, so it should deserve some support from some whales, I think. And they just don't care. I don't know. I have so many red guys over in a few months ago, even on top 20, there were red guys. Come on.
Yeah, and what about other people, like if not whales, like minnows and dolphins, if they will also vote for Dsound, will it count? Will it be useful?
Of course. Dsound needs support, and the witness is a good thing for the community. It's a good thing for the project. And in this meantime, where we don't have an alternative model to support decentralized apps developers, it's the only thing that we have.
Yeah.
So Dsound right now, the support that people can give to Dsound is by voting the witness, because it will contribute to in half percentage to the Dsound team development, and the other half to the Dsound community to curate. So I think it's fair. And what comes from the delegations that people can do for Dsound as well will also go to fund mostly the community and the curation. So I really think it's a very good thing, a very good model that I designed. Yes. People just need to jump in and support it, support the community. Yeah, because
of course.
With only my community, I made a very nice value already. I think 160, like we reached on the all-time high delegation, was not bad, but it's not enough.
Also, in the other hand, a lot of musicians, they don't know about Dsound. When I tell someone that when he's a musician or he's like just a video creator, and when I tell him about Dsound, he tell me, "Wow, what is it?" So a lot of people, they don't know what is Dsound. This is also a big problem, I think, for you, because they are like doing YouTube, their videos on YouTube. They are participating in open mic. They are, for example, doing their music video on DTube. But they don't know what is Dsound. So I think maybe in the community itself, you have to have maybe people who reach to those people. I am like surprised always when I see people doing videos for open mic in YouTube and doing music videos in DTube, and they don't use Dsound. When I ask them, they just tell me, I don't know about it. So even me, I'm trying even sometimes to promote the Dsound. But I think you have to have such people to to find those people who are doing music videos and tell them about Dsound. I think it will help a lot.
Yeah, you are right, and I realized that as well. So last year, I hired a guy to promote Dsound, to make a strategy, a marketing strategy for Dsound. And he's doing a very nice job. He's actually my brother, so it's someone that I trust. So we know that we are not doing a very good job. I'm not a marketing guy, so I don't like doing that thing, and I'm not good at it. And so I know that, and we are studying a strategy to move forward, but not even inside the Steam community. It's not even the worst thing. Dsound should be moving outside the Steam community, and I want to do it on beta stage, which we are just about to move into, but we need to solve one problem, which is the onboarding thing. It's not easy to onboard Steam still today. And I have a vision for that. So I am developing another project that will help on that. I am doing this myself, and with the help of some other Steamians. I will communicate the project when it's ready, as I usually do. I don't tell people I'm doing this, give me money. This is not the way I operate. So I will do the project, I will have it working, and then I will communicate to the guys, to everyone. You can use this to make it easy for people to join Steam. And you can use this to make it easy for people to use blockchain technology, because it's not easy for regular people to use blockchain technology today. And we are 10 years in, since the concept emerged. So I think we could do better than this. And it's still not easy. It's not easy. It's still not easy for me. And I am a technical guy, and I know this thing from inside out. And it's far from being user-friendly, and on Steam as well. It's not easy. I have people that I invited, friends of mine, musicians, friends of mine. I invited them since day one of Dsound. They still didn't join. They tried, but first they sent the application, and then they didn't get any reply. Some that sent the application, got the reply, created an account, and they couldn't figure out what to do with keys and what it's all about. And I have a password and the key and whatever, and they just jump out of it because they don't feel at home there with the technicalities of it. So it's very important for us to solve this and to make it in a secure way, so that people just can use their password and feel that they are using Facebook or Twitter or whatever. It's just as easy as that. And this is not happening. It's not happening with Steam Connect, which I don't agree with the approach of sharing authorities. That's my thing. Technically, I don't think it's a very good thing. They are developing Steam Connect 3. Maybe they will change something in this approach. I don't know. Well, let's hope for that. Another guy has developed Keychain, which I think it's a very nice approach, but it's limited. It only works on the browser, and you cannot use it on your mobile and things like that. So it has some other limitations, and also I think the guys have their approach for being very good on browsers. That's very good. Maybe I will integrate it as well for people to understand, to have several approaches logging into Dsound. What I don't want is Dsound to supply that that part. You know, it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be the decentralized application to supply the storage of keys, which is a very technical thing that should be done by the technology itself. So I am removing that from Dsound. Dsound will only use third-party login, logout, key management stuff. So Dsound on the beta stage will use Keychain and my project. And people can choose which they feel better. And that's the way to go. And my project will be an open source project that will be available for everyone, so that every app developer can also use it. Why not? Yeah. And if it gets enough support, good. If not, that's my vision. I am free to share it with the world and see what happens. So this is one of the important things for marketing as well. Because if I have so many contacts in the industry. You know, I've been here forever. So I know so many people, and if I move to those guys, telling guys, just look at this, you can monetize your music here, they will just be crazy about it, because there is nothing in the industry still with the possibilities of Dsound. So they would jump right in, and if they come, they cannot join right now. They cannot create an account. There's a lot of problems. We are solving that. I know there are a lot of projects to solve that, but we are still far away of having a way to mass adoption. So it will not work well. So I am working on a few bits. Other people are working on other bits, and let's see what the collaboration of all this results. And then I will move on to tell outside of the Steam community, guys, there is Dsound, come on, And
Yeah.
the Steam community will be full of musicians, believe me.
Yeah, that's great. I'm just thinking, is it possible for all D apps to make it like that? For example, so somebody just create an account on the D app itself and write his password, and the password will be like generating automatically a password for him for Steam blockchain, like without, for example, knowing that even he's like in blockchain or something like that.
Yeah.
And he just writes a password, and his Steam account will be automatically created, and when he like put his password, his keys will be like entered automatically. I think it's just a code should be made like that.
Yeah, it's possible, but it's not scalable because if you create an account on an application like Dsound, Dsound would be only able with the power that it has today. It will be able to create 10 accounts a week or 10 accounts a day for a week, and that's it. It's not scalable. Mm-hmm. If I go to a musician's board or a community and I talk about Dsound and I send a link to the guy, just jump right in, like a SoundCloud group or the Facebook group or whatever. Usually groups have hundreds of thousands of people. If they come, they will be stuck. I couldn't claim free accounts for all of those, you know? So we need to find a way to make this work because maybe for YouTube with a very big delegation or for other applications, but even in those cases, even if they can create 100 accounts per day or 200 accounts per day, it's not enough, you know? There are days that there will be more people. And it's not scalable, you know?
Yeah.
So I really think we need to find a way to make it scalable, to make it easy for people to onboard, even if they need to create a fake account or something like that. But I also don't agree by using centralized technologies. So what I am thinking for Dsound will be, Dsound will have its own blockchain soon. For people to join, to be able to join today, they will join in the Dsound blockchain. Mm. And then they will be able to upgrade to a Steem blockchain and to upgrade to other blockchains that Dsound will be connected to publish their works. You know, and that's my solution. I couldn't figure out another solution for this because everything that we imagine, it's not decentralized, and I really give value to the D on Dsound. You know.
Yeah. Maybe they should just claim for accounts in Steam in case they want that. You, for example, just explain them the benefits and they will claim for it. Maybe they can even pay for it because I'm sure that if someone will understand how Steam works and how he can monetize his content, he will not care about paying for an account. For those who just want to try, yes, they will not pay for fake users. They will not pay. They will just create and try. But for those who are serious about doing things, they don't mind to buy it even, and it doesn't cost a lot.
Yeah, one of the things that I am thinking of doing is using the claim accounts thing, but in an invitation way. For instance, the people that do some things on like a gamification of the onboarding, you know, people that do certain things and finalize certain stages get invited to create an account, a free account. The other people can either navigate the platform and use it and figure out if it's interesting or not for them, and then they either buy an account or they wait so that they get invited to create an account.
Another idea also I have, what if also an account will be created and a lot of people, they will send Steem there instead of sending Steem to null and ULL. So they will send a Steem to an account for creating account. So this account will be full of Steem and people will just use that account, or I don't know, it's kind of community that will create that account. And they will get a lot of free accounts. If creating account is just about $3, so they will just claim from this account, from this community or something like that. Like maybe onboarding, they can do that, like Steem onboarding. Maybe they can do that. It's interesting idea.
Yeah. So okay. I am very interested in the outcome of these projects, like Steem onboarding and all that. I am in contact with all those projects. So I really think that if we have many options, each application will use the options or use all the options or use the options that they feel are good for their community, and that's it. But not having any options, it's not a very good thing. Yeah. So we are going step by step in the right direction, I think, on the onboarding. But it's a process. We need to go through it, and that's it.
Yeah. Another thing also, I think, if anyone is joining Steem, he should know about all the apps, and he should decide where to join. Because a lot of people are joining Steem, they just write articles, they don't know about the apps. And just like me, for example, even me, I take an example. 11 months I was creating posts in Steemit. So I am in Steem blockchain almost 2 years. But 11 months, when I joined Steemit, I was creating only posts in Steemit. It was very hard, or for pennies, or for 11 months writing, and just sometimes getting a little good upvote from some whales or dolphins. But I didn't know what is decentralized app. I didn't know at all. Just after 11 months, I start to use the apps and understanding what is it. And most people who join Steem, they don't know what is the app. Maybe it's also a problem. That's
that's another thing that I didn't understand. I never get featured. Dsound never gets featured on any communication from Steemit Inc. since the beginning. I don't understand. I was the second. Dsound was the second decentralized application on this blockchain. The first one was DTube, and then it was Dsound. And they didn't support Dsound since day one. They don't care about Dsound. I don't know why, but there's something there. Maybe they just don't like me, or I don't know. I'm okay with that, no problem. But not supporting this community? I don't know. Yeah, sounds strange. When Steem talks about all the dApps in the ecosystem, you see many of the dApps, they deserve to be there. I'm not telling that. I don't understand why Dsound doesn't deserve it. You know, because you see DTube there, you see Utopian, you see I don't know, other applications, but Dsound is never there. This is one of the reasons why Dsound is not well known in the Steem community, because they don't support it. I don't know.
Yeah, it would be also good if they would add in Steem.io or Steem.com all the apps created on Steem blockchain. I think it's very important, because me too, I don't see a lot of the apps there. Maybe like you said, DTube, Utopian, and so Steem Monsters. And others, but in the main website, steem.com, you don't see a lot of other apps created. We have a lot of them. Yeah. And I don't know what the other apps are doing also to be famous in the state of the apps. So in the state of the apps, you know, it's a website famous.
Yeah.
Also, they are doing a lot. For example, I don't know what Steem Drugs are doing. They are the top there in the first one. Steem Drugs are in the first position in Steem state of the apps, and the state of the apps, they have an account also on Steemit. Maybe you can reach to them. I don't know if Dsound is listed there or not, but
yes, it is.
It is.
It's in rank like 100 something, I think.
Yeah, that's also interesting. I think you don't have to give up on the sound, and you have to continue doing what you are doing, and you will have a bright future anyway.
I agree with you. I am a developer. I am not a marketing guy. I am not. I don't intend to be a ruler of the Steem blockchain. I don't intend to become a whale. I don't even care about it. So what I want to do is my thing, and my thing is facilitate the music industry to make a living doing what they love. That's what I want to do, and that's what I'm doing. So
yeah, I hope also
the rest
the community
will come.
The community also, I hope they will support it and they will promote it, because the community also, they can do a lot. I feel the power of the community. Any community, if it's real and if they are excited about something, they can do a lot, like even for free. I hope those who will watch this video, because this video will be on DTube and on YouTube, to promote Steem blockchain. This is what I'm doing, and also so Dsound will be like promoted that way. And I hope all those people who are watching this video, this interview, will support Dsound by sharing this idea to the world.
Yeah. I really think the community part is very important. Actually, the Dsound project is more a community than anything else. I have hundreds of thousands of people, tens of thousands of people, not hundreds, but it's a lot of people. A lot of them just went away from Steem. As you know, we are in a bear market, and this is not interesting as it used to be for people. And the ones that came for the money, they went. But my community still have a lot of people actively working and actively supporting Dsound and giving support on Discord and chatting every day and so on. So there is a lot of movement there, and this is a community thing, you know. This is the good part of it, and this is what makes this project alive. If it was for the money, this project would be dead.
Yeah, of course.
So we have a community, a big community of musicians and creators and whatever. We have a crazy development team that doesn't give very much attention to the money and the business part, and we just care about doing stuff for musicians. And yeah, this is why the project still continues. Yeah. It's not that we are making a lot of money and everything is good, it's party. No, it's not like that. I am working my ass out to make this work, and that's it.
Yeah, I hope in the future it will give good results.
Yeah, I'm positive about it. That's why I'm betting my personal money in this. Yeah. You know, I'm not crazy. I'm crazy, but but I am also a musician and also a creator myself, and I really want to change the world. You know, I am crazy enough to believe in that. So that's my bet, my footprint on this world change. You know.
That's nice. Okay, let's move to the next question, and that's about you a little bit. What are your skills and things that you do well in your life? You already told me a lot of things, but maybe something else.
Yeah, well, I'm Portuguese. I made myself into development when I was 9. I started learning basic language and doing my first steps in programming. Then I started learning from programming by myself. For many years, it was my passion, and my passion about music as well. Since I was born, I really like music, and I was playing many instruments. I played, my main instrument was drums since the beginning, but I played bass guitar, I play keyboards, I play a little bit of guitar as well, and piano and all that. And I'm learning saxophone for years because I don't have much time to dedicate to that right now. But I love the instrument. It's the first melody instrument that I am learning. So I am a musician. I studied music in school, as we all do. I was always the best student in classroom. I really like music, and the development was the side thing. So I was playing with all this, and since I was a kid, and then I went to the uh, to the second grade. I think it's the name of it, and I had the technology teaching. I don't know the names in English for that, but I studied programming and operating systems and all that before university. So in the secondary school, and I really enjoyed that. It was really amazing to learn all the technologies and all that. I was using C and C++ and object-oriented programming already. It was just the beginning of object-oriented programming. So when I got to the university, I was using all those technologies, and the courses on a university were teaching COBOL and Fortran and Pascal and all those ancient languages, and I didn't want to learn that because what's the use of that? I am using object-oriented programming, C++ and Object Pascal and all that, and the visual tools from Microsoft already, and they are teaching me things that I can use only in banks because they have such a history of programming, of environment, computer environment that is that old. I didn't like it, so I decided not to go to development in the university because I had already enough background, and I decided to develop my management in university. So I went first to industrial management and engineering, and then after that degree, I went to economy, and I graduated with as an economist. So that's my background in why I am here. You know, so and I continued as a developer all my life. So I have like 30 years of development around that. I used all the technologies. I really like this, so the technology part as well. So I'm always learning new stuff. So that's why I'm here, or why I'm developing on blockchain right now, because yeah, this is the latest thing. And on the music side, I developed that as a hobby, you know, and as a side job or a side thing that I do for all these years. So DJing is one thing, creating music, producing music is another thing. Yeah, that's my life.
Do you post your music in Dsound?
I am the worst user of Dsound because when I started building Dsound, I stopped producing music because I don't have time for both, you know. So you can check I have my stage name account. You can check Colats. It's my stage name, but I don't make any posts because I don't have free time. But since I got when I get Dsound to be in beta stage, maybe I will start dividing my time between music again and development, because I really miss it. I don't feel complete without my music side being working. But yeah, I have to do Dsound, and I have to dedicate myself to this right now.
You don't even have like recorded the music before, like all the tracks.
Yeah, you can. I have a website. I have things from like 2 years ago. Yeah, because I had remixes that I did that reached top one. The first place in the genre of Portugal. So it's not that I am a very good producer, but I did some things. Yes.
Yeah, that's great. We can link those websites if you want also in the description.
Yeah.
Okay, the last question, and I think it's the most important. So, what are the tips that you can give to Steemians and to all users to grow and improve?
Well, I think we can look at the Steam community by two sides, by the money side and by the community side. I think most of the people that join Steam right now come from the money side. They think they come just because they want to figure out if we can make money in this community, and then they stay for the community side. So many people come from the money and go away because it's not that interesting for them, or they cannot make it interesting. I think it's more like that. Mm-hmm. And the people that understand the community side, they make it interesting, and they stay because of the community, and they get rewarded because of that. So what I could say for Steemians that are starting right now, and they are feeling frustrated as I did when I started, what can I say to them? Just get involved in the community. Just don't do just posts and wait for people to know you, because they don't know you. So you need to get involved in the community. You need to get involved in the Discord, in the various Discords that there are in the fields that you like. If you like photography, just search for communities in photography. If you like music, search for communities in music. There are a lot of communities. You have Steemit Music Alliance. You have Art Zone. You have so many communities. Most of those communities also are supporters of Dsound. So if you need to find your niche, your community, you need to connect with people. This is not just like Facebook. If you look at Steam and compare to Facebook or Twitter, when you go to Twitter, you just start putting your things there and hope that people start following you. If you go to or just buy those services that create follow people and then unfollow people and all those things. That's the way it used to work. In Steam, it doesn't work that way. Mm-hmm. If you have to get involved in the community, you have to participate, get to know people, show yourself to other people, and embrace the community vibe, and then you will get noticed, and then people start following you, and then people start voting your posts. Don't create shit content. Create your own content. Create content that matters for you, and hope that people also link to your content, feel it like it's important, and that's the way to grow in Steam. I think it's as easy as that. If you just post and hope to get rewards for you, even if you make a lot of effort in your posts, it will not happen. So do it the other way around. Start getting involved in the community, start connecting with people in an organic way, and then you will see results.
Yeah, and the good thing is learning about D apps. So behind every D app, there is a community, or there is a lot of community. Yeah. Behind every app, there is a lot of community. So if they will start to learn about all the D apps, they will be
But if people join Dsound and start posting on Dsound, they will not get rewards. Also, if they don't get connected with the Dsound community, they will not appear. They will not be discovered. You know, they need to get discovered. They need to give a reason for other people to take the effort of going to their feed and listen to their content. You know, it's like a self feed, a self how can I say it, like a feedback loop. You know, if you connect to the community, then the community starts knowing you, and the community starts following you. And if you produce content that is good for the community, they will reward you, and then the thing will work. The wheel starts turning, you know. But you have to go through that process. Even on Dsound, even on any app, you have to get involved. That's the thing.
Yeah. And getting involved is also a kind of collaboration, because you you share your things with people and they get in touch with you, so you are kind of collaborating with them, and that's the amazing thing. If we learn a lot about collaborating with people, with communities, with the apps, with developers, that will be great.
And another thing that is very important in the Steam community, and with the Minos and with the Plankton and all the newer guys on the blockchain, just view this community as a very important thing, and view participating in deciding who is supporting better this community is a very important role of any Steemian. Like it's an important role of any citizen to vote. In Steam, it's very important of any Steemian to vote for the witnesses that are doing a very good job, you know? And this is all participation in the community. People need to do it in an organic way, not just because others do, or just because it's a very good, it's on top. That guy should be there for a reason. Don't believe the other guys, because there's a lot of politics around this, and it shouldn't be. We are on blockchain. We don't need politicians on blockchain. Sorry, this is not the way to go. So we need people that do things, and people that understand that they do things very well, so they deserve get rewards for that. So I hope that people that join Steam and people that are seeing this and understanding that they are getting a little bit frustrated at the beginning and so on, it's natural. You have to get inside the community, and you need to get involved, get to know people organically, not just by follow and follow or things like that, and get involved in a way that you feel like this is yours, because it's truth. Since the moment that you join Steam becomes a little bit of Steam belongs to you. So do that effort to vote consciously for witnesses, for the witnesses that you feel that they are supporting the community, that they are doing good jobs, and participate, and the rewards will come. Don't make it the first objective, I think.
Sometimes people also should know, for example, what they are doing for the community, what they are doing for the D app. Because a lot of people complain about the D app, that they are not getting reward. They complain about the community, that they are not getting reward, but they are doing nothing for that community. They are doing nothing for Dsound. For example, people who are expecting upvotes from Dsound, and Dsound is an app, and you already said about all the problems that you have. They should help you in solving that problems, and they will be rewarded for that. But without helping the community, without helping the D app, without promoting it, without telling people to vote for a witness, to promote it to the world in other social media, how you can expect like a reward? You have to do something for Steam itself, for D app itself, for communities itself, to accept something in return.
Yeah, I really think that the first impression, it seems that this is all about free money, right?
Mm-hmm.
I really think that's misleading, because even from the Steemit Inc., they are not anymore. But at the beginning, they were promoting Steem as come here, get votes and get money, like post here and get money. This is not like that. Blockchain technology doesn't create free money.
Mm-hmm.
People need to understand that there's money coming in, and then the money comes out. But we need money coming in. This is not just a magic, you know. So I think it's very important for people to understand that since the beginning. They have to do something to be worth receiving some money, you know. And it's not just come here and you get money. If you come on that perspective, you will get frustrated and you will go away.
Yeah.
Because it's not the way it works. You have to give something to get something in return.
Yeah.
And you will find it by joining the communities. You will find it by participating in the network, because that's what makes Steem work. It's the network of people, and the net worth of many people getting together that grows, you know. That's it.
Yeah, those are really great tips. So thank you very much for this interview. Thank you for talking about yourself, or about sharing your opinion about Steem and Steem community. I hope in the future, when you will build the new Dsound and the new stuff, we will collaborate more and talk about that even more.
Of course, I know you for a long time. You are doing a very good job here, and I really am always available to talk with you and for the DCooperation and all the projects you guys get involved. So just ping me. I am always here.
Yeah.
This is what I do.
Okay. So thank you very much. Thank you everybody for watching, and see you in our next collaborations.
Okay. Cheers.
Okay.